Welcome, everyone, to the farm in Palo Alto, home to the Stanford Cardinal and to legends such as Elway, Luck, and McCaffrey, all of whom went through battles like the one we'll see in this one. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Stanford University, a bastion of academia and the alma mater of some of college football's most legendary figures, Elway, Luck, Sherman, and McCaffrey. And today, the Stanford Cardinal will try to live up to that legacy. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle, as we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Stanford ready to kick it away to start this game. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Trying to find his man on first down. That's caught. It's Thompson. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
To the air, it's Jocelyn. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pulls it in inside the 10. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal.
As a defense, you don't want to give up big plays. You did there, but the good thing is you kept him out of the end zone. Now you got a chance to make a goal line stand, get some momentum back, get the ball back to your offense.
Fans are bringing the noise on first and goal. Got it behind the line. It's Riley. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. These fans raising the volume on second and goal. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Yeah, and you see in the red zone, all the bodies start to come inside. A lot of times you try to find a way to get to the perimeter. This offense does a good job. They toss the football. Nice job by the defense. Now, forcing it.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
I really love that first drive by the offense. It always seemed like they were just one step ahead of the D, and a nice job there down close. When the defense knew they were going to run the football, being more physical, running it in on third down to get the touchdown.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. First down for this offense. Gonna run it. It's Ford. They bring him down, and he's gonna lose a yard on that one.
I'll be honest, that is a formation and a play call I was never expecting to see in this game. This offense is one of the top 10 passing units in the entire country. I'm surprised they even have goal line in their playbook. What are we doing?
Now the play fake. Dances away to buy time. Throwing right. Pulls it in. Just steamrolling his way through. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
The D coordinator is not going to be thrilled with his defense after that play, guys. Of all the weapons this offense has, the fullback is not supposed to be the guy who's gashing.
Coming after it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
What a great play by one of their biggest playmakers in the D-line. I can say this personally. I got my first start in college at Jordan-Hare Stadium. It was brutal. I think about it, and I get PTSD to this day. When you get those types of athletes in a three-point stance rushing the quarterback with that crowd noise, and your offensive tackles can't hear the snap count, it's not a lot of fun.
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Stanford wants to push the pace. He'll need some juice in that arm on 3rd and long. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. He gets a block. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they...
Running toward the tape. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Auburn! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, you've got to start fast. Not just in this game. You've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
After the incompletion, looking at second down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They keep attacking through the air. He throws one to the left. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
And you don't want to start this game with two straight punts. Big third down opportunity coming here. Complete downfield. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Stanford quickly to the line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no miss.
Pass on the way. It's picked off. Bringing it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Muscling ahead on third and short. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that third down and short.
Using his legs, it's blocked.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass, it's Jocelyn. Quickly complete. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Steps to his left, out of the pocket. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires downfield. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Fourth down and 10, and barely a thought of kicking it. They'll go for it. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chains. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. So they gamble on fourth down in the first half, and man, does it pay off.
Fourth and long. I mean, what just fourth and short? Nowadays, man, so much aggression in college football. And how about right there? Fourth down and long. No problem. I got this in the first half.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Give to the running back. They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
He'll try to pick it up on the ground. Strikes the blow. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. With jet sweep pass. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. He's going to take off. Oh, ball's out. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been... The defender was right there.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
They've got the screen set up. Still on his feet at the 45. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. Wants to throw. It's Daniels. Feeling some heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. Stanford wants to push the pace. He wants to throw here on second down. Getting some heat. This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a first down. Offense lining up quickly.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket.
Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. The Tigers bringing the heat the way Andre Bruce did back in the day.
Man, they just find those big, nasty, strong, physical guys that can eat up the line of scrimmage and get after quarterbacks. It's one of the staples of these Auburn teams all throughout the years.
The sweet feet buy a little time. And as he throws, nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's got it. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. To the air, it's Daniels. Now sliding to his left. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
He's looking to throw. Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. A little surprised to see them line up for an onside kick here. Down 2 possessions, but a lot of time to play.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense could do. You have got to make them pay for gambling.
Catch in the middle, it's Alexander. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. And the Tigers headed quickly to the line. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the catch. It's Cobb. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots and they're being aggressive throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
A designed run for the quarterback. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Auburn. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, it's one thing to get a few yards and, see quarterbacks slide. This guy gets to the second level, and he's got the speed to run away from DBs, to make people look silly. It's so nice having such a dynamic weapon at your quarterback position.
Going for the return. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to lost one deep down the right side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like that. But sometimes you're smart to be check down Charlie and just take something easy and not invite disaster.
Because when you roll out, you're cutting the field in half, right? The defense starts to run from one side to where you're rolling out to. The field kind of shrinks and it kind of...
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He caught it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Tigers! How about this Tiger quarterback etching his name alongside the greats and maybe wearing out Auburn with extra push-ups after all these points?
And you just think about those guys having those kind of days as Nick Marshall, Cam Newton, just superstars at the position. That's what kind of day he's having so far.
Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines, got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too. Slippery slide, find his way, and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive.
The pressure gets to him. Quarterback is sacked, and the two-point attempt is denied, and the lead stays right where it is. They are way down, and they'll try to cut into it by getting this onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
He'll pull it down. Got room to work. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Just a little off. Incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up second down.
Now 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Jocelyn. Working the middle, it's complete. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Auburn doing business in the red zone. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. With the catch, it's Alexander. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
And that's good enough for a first down.
He's going to pass. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that lead grows even bigger. So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the catch. It's Io Manor. Oh, it's a fumble. The defense grabs it, and they're going the other way. Going the other way, and he takes it all the way back. Oh, what a way to finish the half, and what a disastrous way for this offense.
Great job by the defense. The ball's thrown, the ball's completed, swarming to the football, knock it out, and then guess what? Be there to scoop it up, run it back to the end zone. Huge play by this defense.
And they tacked on the extra point. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well.
It's complete. A huge pickup. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
Well, if they're going to get back in this game, they need more plays like that. That was something that was missing in the first half. Explosive plays in the passing game, and they get one here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter. Let's see if he's...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football. Stanford quickly to the line. Looking for a man. It's Daniels. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, the defense hasn't been able to stop this guy all game long, so the offense is going to keep trying to take shots. They thought they had the matchup they wanted, but they're going to force this defense to prove they can stop him, and the defense finally came up with a play.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And the ball is picked off. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
3rd and long is difficult. You have to push the ball down the field. Nothing worse than watching people dink and dunk on 3rd and long and get tackled and run the punt unit on. I like the aggressiveness. Try to push the ball down the field. It's not the worst thing in the world. You throw an INT, it's kind of like a punt.
He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
On the run, it's Cobb. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward. Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw in that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
That player is so lucky he did not put that football on the ground. What a tackle by that defender. Phenomenal individual effort getting that tackle for loss.
Oh, man, this could have disaster written all over it. Going for it inside their own 40. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Fires left. Makes the grab well past the sticks. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
They go to the ground.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking downfield, it's Jocelyn. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Any way you can in your freshman season at quarterback, and he gets it done on the ground.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
They'll run it from the gun. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
Well, on offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing in the 2nd level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Tigers. And the stomping has commenced.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
52, Stanford, 14.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Dances away from the heat. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
No the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Fires to the wideout. Lays out and makes a sweet grab along the left sideline.
That's the end of our third quarter. With the score, Auburn 52, Stanford 14.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's looking to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
On second down, looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Makes the catch at the 20. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Stanford wants to push the pace.
A long game and a first down.
Going up top on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Stanford!
Yeah, and good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
Skips away from pressure. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They got it. Able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Quarterback checking the play. They'll throw it on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. Touchdown, Cardinal! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can do it.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Yeah, and a great job by the receiving team. When you see the football kick, man, you got to be smart how fast it's coming, if I'm ready to catch it, if it needs to go to the next wave. Nice job being organized, seeing it, and executing well.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. The Tigers get enough to move the chains.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
Defense in press coverage. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. This offense has a second down play. They've been running it, but now the pass. Grab near the marker. It's Riley. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
They'll give it to the back.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Here's the handoff. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Trying to pound it in. He's not going to make it. Stopped short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown.
Lofts one high and deep. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Got room on the return. And they capitalized not only on the pick,